Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I like to look at an issue where I was having with my AirPods, and of course these are the AirPods 4A and C, should apply to the pros or others as well, where I'll show you on screen that one of the earbuds was actually indicating that during its charge, when both buds are shown, that one was almost depleted, this one was at a higher level, and this one was depleted. Now this one is the right bud, but for whatever reason, what had happened was that one had depleted before the other. Now, if that's happening to you, where one is draining faster than the other, it's normal. Number one, make sure that whenever you remove them from the case, as soon as you're not using them anymore, place them back into the case. So if you were to like remove them, but instead you place them on a surface and leave the case, not a good idea. Always, even if you think you're going to use them again, simply place them back into their case for security reasons. So when this happened to me, what happened was I had them removed from the case and I had them on the desk for an extended period of time. Remember, when they're out, they're interacting with the phone, and when they're interacting with the phone, it can actually drain them even if you're not noticing. So as soon as you're finished, close them back inside of the case. They're basically isolated and then they can recharge. All right, so let the system handle these devices without you worrying about if they're charged or overcharging. All right, they are quite fine. Apple has already thought of that. All right, now another thing that you need to note as well is that for the buds themselves, that one may be angling calls, like for the microphone. They say that it's the first one that comes out of the case that will angle it. So for example, if I remove the right one first, that one will be angling like the sound in terms of picking up for calls and so on. So if I use this one first, this one will be angling it, and vice versa. So it is possible that one will drain before the other. So it is quite normal for one to drain before the other in some cases. They'll normalize themselves, do not worry about it. They usually drain together, but there are circumstances where one will drain before the other. A next thing that might happen to cause one to drain before the other, one might be handling more noise cancellation, meaning, let's say for example, somebody's at your right ear versus your left ear. Now, in both cases, the right would have to do more noise cancelling because all the sound is hitting this side, and as such it has to process that extra, and as a result this one will drain, and of course this one will be unequal. All right, so the best thing to do, and there are other circumstances as well, that one will be processing more data than the other. Maybe for whatever reason you're using surround sound and maybe this side is getting way more work than the other, so they can in some circumstances drain past each other. So I recommend use them as normal, place them back into the case. If you keep them like fully charged, like at 100, and as soon as you drain one down, they'll equalize themselves. So it's self-corrected. All you got to do is put them back in the case. And what I did was place them back in the case, close the case. I allowed them to drain. Once they were drained, what happened was that, once they were fully charged again, what I did was to open it up again. I noticed I was seeing like it was full. I opened it back up, I opened it back up. I checked the levels as you saw just now, and I was seeing that they were both close to fully charged. I closed them again, and when they were fully charged, I simply removed them and started to use them again, and they self-corrected. All right, so it's highly possible that in some cases that they can drain one, leaving the other behind. All right, so hope that was helpful. It will self-correct. Simple place it back in the case, and do follow the tips of not leaving them out on the surface, and always keep them topped up at 100 by keeping them inside the case. They'll self-correct, and that's it basically. All right guys, so it's nothing to worry about. See you in the next one. Bye.